Hey guys, it's Melissa and James, and today we're doing another supplement video, and it's about creatine.
So good. So misunderstood.
This creatine here is creatine monohydrate. So there's a few different types of creatine. This video is going to be on creatine monohydrate, and I will let its obvious fan base talk about it.
So there's a lot of misinformation with creatine. Creatine is actually a molecule that you have inside all of your cells. It's very densely populated inside your muscle tissue. It basically acts as like a capacitor or a really quick source of energy. It holds some energy, and then whenever any cellular process needs some energy, you can give it to it really fast. As opposed to, like, let's say if you have like a sugar, which is a stored form of energy, your body actually has to like break it down and turn it into stored energy. So that's what's going on in your cell. You know, it's really good for muscle tissue because your muscle does require a lot of energy. It's constantly contracting and relaxing, contracting. All that is work, and all that work needs energy, and all that energy is going to come from either breaking down sugar or fats. And if you have creatine, it can act as a really quick capacitor and just give the energy right away.
And we naturally produce creatine.
We naturally produce it. We get it in a lot of like meats, like a lot of, for instance, red meats and things like that happen in there. When you cook, you actually cook it out. So, you know, the assumption is our ancestors got more of creatine because they ate raw foods, and you know, so now in modern diet, everything's super processed. So all the creatine is getting like filtered out. As far as supplementing, you know, we generally recommend anywhere between 5 and 20 grams, depending on your goals, what you're doing with it. You know, you can probably be on 10 grams for almost as long as you like. The negative stuff you will hear is creatine is like a sponge. Whenever you have a molecule, it wants to be surrounded by water molecules. So whenever you take it, you'll pretty much want to pull in all the water around it. Which you'll hear when you take creatine. Sometimes you'll bloat, or your muscles will volumize, and again, that's because it's sucking in all that water, which is volumizing your muscle tissue. At the same time, it does make you a little bit more susceptible to a risk of dehydration, because your body wants more water, it needs more water. So if you're out there like working on the field or something and sweating, and you lose all that water, then your muscle's going to be more prone to cramping, unfortunately. And again, where you hear a lot of the negative horror stories is when you have like usually kids, usually young athletes, they're dosing it super high, you know, 20, 30, 40 grams a day. They're not downing enough water, and they're just out in the field getting super dehydrated. Usually they're on maybe more of like a pre-workout high stimulant blend, and that's just a recipe for disaster. You know, in our shop, we promote a very safe way of using it, which is typically, depending on who you are, about 10 grams a day.
5 to 10.
5 to 10.
And
you know,
also,
stay well hydrated.
The important thing to know when you are supplementing with creatine is that it's pharmaceutical grade. And then also, if you look at the label, if you're getting creatine monohydrate, it should literally just say 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. So a lot of times companies put like binders and fillers and all this other stuff in it to make up that 5 grams. And usually when people have bad reactions to creatine, it's actually the binders and fillers, not the creatine. Anyway, that's it. And we will be back with more videos. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.